So in terms of utilizing your credit and making sure that your credit works good, the way to use a credit card, I'm Jeremy and we finance machines, and what have I seen in terms of credit that affects people the most? It is credit cards. People don't know how to use them, so I'm gonna give you a few tips. So the main thing that you need to know about credit cards is they could completely trash your credit, but they could also make your credit amazing. You just need to know how to use them. So what would you think makes credit card makes the most sense? Logically, most people think the least amount I owe of credit cards, the better it is. And honestly, that is true, but not completely. The main thing that you gotta know, that credit cards, the way they report to the credit bureau is important. It has very little to do with the balance on your credit card and a lot more to do of the ratio between the balance and the available limit. This is the magic. This is what is the most important, is for you to understand that to utilize your credit card to raise your credit score and not lower your credit score is the amount you owe versus the amount that is available is the magic key. That is the ratio. So if I have a $1,000 credit card and I owe $1,000 on it, it is deadly. It could affect your credit score by about even 50 points a month consecutively just by keeping that balance maxed out. Because I am saying to the creditors that any available credit you're gonna give me, I'm gonna use it all. So what does this mean? The ratio is what matters. The ratio is what matters.
The ratio is what matters.
So you should treat your credit card, general rule of thumb, what's gonna help you the best and is easy to remember, only use 50% of the balance of the card. So if you have a $5,000 card, treat it like it's a $2,500 card. So $5,000, I spend $25 and I pay that back. Stagnant money on there is no good either. So you want to be using it and you want to be paying it. You don't want to be doing minimum payments. You want to be using it and paying it as you go, and keep that percentage low. As soon as I use 60% of the card, it starts going negative. As soon as I go 80, it goes negative even more. At 100% or overdraft, it is deadly. Creditors won't touch you. It's screwing all your credit up. So to use a credit card properly, keep in mind the ratio. I've mentioned it 5, 6, 7 times now. That is the most important thing. Second, use it. A credit card that is not being used is not working for you. So use that sucker, but pay it back, because that could go negative. The other thing to note is credit cards under $1,000, although they will affect your credit score negatively if you don't pay them back and you don't do what you're supposed to do, don't necessarily give you anything positive. So make sure you get that credit card over $1,000. And quick example, if I have 2 credit cards and I owe $10,000 on one card and 0 on the other, that's not necessarily good. Spread those out so that they are even in terms of the percentage used. That's what you gotta focus on. So in terms of utilizing your credit and making sure that your credit works good, the way to use a credit card, use the sucker, treat it at 50%, and then you are good to go. That's gonna start rebuilding your credit.